This is 2 minutes to better golf. Today I'm going to teach you how to play a lob shot. I'm sure you've all been caught in this situation here where you've short-sided yourself, which basically means you've missed the green to the same side that the pin's cut on, and made worse in this particular example by the fact there's a hazard here, the bunker, in between me and the flag. Okay, so before you go any further, you've got to make the right judgment. So check what format you're playing. If it's match play, you might be forced to try and get the ball up and down. If it's medal play, perhaps you can just go for a safe shot. Also, what skill level are you? I'd always stick to a 70% rule, and that is if you can't play the shot 7 times out of 10 successfully, then don't try and attempt it on the golf course. So in that situation, you want to just play out sideways to the heart of the green and try and do as best you can to hold the putt or 2-putt from there. If that's the case, get to the practice ground and learn this skill, and here's a couple of tips that will help you to play the lob shot. So the first tip I'll give you is to judge the lie correctly. Very different between a good sort of tight lie against the ball sitting up quite high on a fluffy piece of grass. If you're playing from a tight lie, you want the weight to be slightly forward into your front foot. That helps the club to get underneath the ball. If your weight's too far back for this shot, your club will tend to bottom out behind the ball and you'll be in danger of knifing or thinning the ball through the green. Vice versa, when the ball is sitting up high in fluffy grass, you don't want your weight too far forward, you want the weight to be back, you want the club to bottom out first and then to catch the ball slightly on the rise. If your weight is too far forward for this shot, you're in danger of the club going straight underneath the ball like that. So the correct way to play those two lies: tight lie, weight slightly forward, and a fluffy lie, weight slightly more centered, if anything slightly back. Really helps the contact. Okay, now the setup is really simple. You can stand with a fairly neutral alignment, and I'm using a 60-degree lob wedge, which is lots of loft, but I'm still going to open the club face slightly. However, in doing that, notice how the T-peg, which is the centre of the club face, where the strike on the ball comes from, is now pointing quite a long way to the right. So if you open the club face, and a sand iron with less loft, you'll do more, you must always lower the hands and drop the shaft, which you can see brings the aim of the club face back towards the target. And finally, in the swing, you've got to simply maintain the loft on the club face. So notice at address, the angle in my left wrist is slightly cupped. You've got to try and see that same shape in the wrist at least halfway into the backswing. If you've lost that angle, your club face has changed, you're going to close the club face. So maintaining the angle in the left wrist is done with a very simple idea of keeping the grooves of the club face facing the chest throughout the whole swing. And if you do that, you'll play better golf. So, open club face, hands down, and maintain the grooves pointing at the chest. Practice that shot, and when you find trouble around the green, you'll have an escape route. For more videos, search the website below, or to book a lesson, visit www.woodbridgegolfclubacademy.co.uk, and I'll see you next time.